Um, I need to get my phone out, but I need to launch the stream before I get my phone out. Got 28 degrees outside. I'm not built for that kind of weather. So to be fair, it's weird because like I've got fresh air. You don't get fresh air if it's 28 degrees. I just realized that I cannot type in my own title. There you go, I fixed that. Anyway, let's launch the game. So, that's been a while, and I'm still not off the new game. The reason being, plenty of things actually. So, first order of business is going to Eriadal Chapel. I only have one weapon left. So basically, I had intended to not stream the farming sessions because I realized that it was boring for me and to watch. I'm going to show the super secret lever that's here. So I knew there was some grind I didn't want to show because it was kind of boring. And it was a good decision because I still do not have a Flamberge. I have spent 4 hours getting it. So I'm like, okay, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to get every other weapon on my list and then get back to the Flamberge. So currently, I have a list. There are 5 weapons that requires farming. The Flamberge, the Thrall Axe, the Tailbone Spear, the Man Serpent Hatchet, and the Mendicant Staff. Everything else is not farmable, you just need to find where it is on the ground. And one such weapon is the Follower Saber, because like I tried to get the weapons throughout the different areas, and well, now I got them, so that's great. What do I even have? Oh, I have the Leo ring. So I think I'll take the opportunity to just just finish some stuff around here. I still have no notification on my phone telling me that I am streaming. And also, where is my thing? That's weird. Oh, now I have the notification. That's weird. It has been like 3 minutes. It took 3 minutes for me to receive a notification so I could moderate my own stream. And I need to mute because otherwise I'm going to hear myself twice. So, I was gone for about 5 days. But one could be wondering, why was I gone? What have I done? Well, first of all, last weekend I was at some friends, and this has actually relevance towards this actually has relevance towards my absence. So this weekend I was at some friend's home, so I could not stream. But I came back from said friend's home. And I had planned to stream on Tuesday and Wednesday. However, on Tuesday, I wake up with a very sore throat. And turns out I am sick. I am in fact so sick that I can barely go outside of my home. And so I had free time, but I could not stream during that free time. So what I did instead was farm some of the stuff. I went through some of the areas and got the weapons I could find there. Either through farm or through just gathering them. That's what I've done. And yeah, I did not have the opportunity to stream. I didn't feel good enough to stream until well, today. I could have streamed earlier, but I felt like playing more Night Train because that's also something I've been doing. Because Night Train is a good game. Honestly, I'm nearly done with Night Train. Because the only thing I need to finish now is finishing the remembrances. Because currently I have finished I consider them finished when you get the remembrance skin for that thing. I have done I want to go to Archdragon Peak. I have done Guardian, I have done Duchess, I have done Raider, and I've done Executor. I think this is one last I've done. It's not coming back to me. Yeah, I haven't done the casters, I haven't finished Iron Eye. Unless I actually finished Iron Eye, it's unclear. It's very weird because I've not unlocked anything else for Duchess, but I haven't found anything. That's weird. But yeah, I've been playing the funny game. Okay, so Drakeblood Greatsword, and also I can get access to the Havel's Armor. Can I? Okay. Did it summon something else? I don't know. I'll just be getting the weapons that I'm missing, and also one such weapons require me to do the big man in charge, the nameless king. So this will be a bit of progression here. A long overdue progression. But it's kinda hard to overstate how much time I spent farming for that fucking Flamberge. I even tried different farming spots, but really the game doesn't make it easy at all to get the weapon. Yes, my my farming set isn't complete because I don't have the symbol of avarice, but I'm just doing progression here. Right now, I have figured out that the best place to farm the Flamberge and the Froll axe is as a drag heap. But I'll get to that once I want to get to that. Also, I think the tailbone spear, I don't even know if I'm gonna use it, but the tailbone spear is also very fucking annoying to farm. It kicked idiots. Yeah, strike damage is quite good. You could hear that I'm still not completely recovered from the disease. I'm mostly fine though. But yeah, I'll be coughing, I'll be not sneezing, but I don't have exactly the term. I am still a bit sick. Just not as much as the rest of the week. I should use the Chloranthy ring instead of having the thing. Okay, being here is going to make it significantly easier to farm everything. Honestly, I'm not even mad if I get like horrible drop rates on the Mendicant Staff and the Man Serpent Hatchet, because at the very least I don't need to run very far away from where I start to farm them. But anyway, let's do the Mendicant Staff. Well, I'll do both at the same time. Assuming that I can actually jump. Are you sure you can jump that? I'm pretty sure maybe you can do something with the pillars, or all the pillars extremely rigid. Maybe here? Here definitely. No? Ah, here. Okay. You can do it here. Okay, so I believe not this one, because this one does not have a hatchet. But this one can drop it. Has not dropped it, but it's perfectly fine. It's a 4% rate. Oh, I think this one also can drop it. I tried to do a jump attack. I am cooked. Yeah, there's just plenty of enemies to fight already, so it's not that bad. And also you get Titanite chunks, so I really can't be mad about farming here. Oh, really? Yeah, I'll farm Titanite chunk, I'll get a decent amount of souls, so I'm really not mad about getting a low drop rate here. But for the Flamberge though, it's going to suck. Oh, I can also get Titanite scale. Okay, yeah, that's actually going to be actually kind of good to farm here. I will do Nameless King, but the thing is there is no point in doing Nameless King now when I can farm now. It doesn't make it easier to do Nameless King for the farm. Actually, it's not true, but it's mostly true. Oops. Okay, so I got this thing. So now, I could do Havel now. I could do Havel. I'll do Havel eventually, but the thing is, it's not like he's gonna be in my path, so... is there an item here? I don't recall. Wow, it's modeled all the way here, but yet there is nothing, and it's not telling you anything about the area. It's a weird amount of empty space not used for any purpose outside of giving space. But the thing is, it's very easily missable, so I'm kind of wondering what's the point. Sorry, little one. Okay, Twinkling Titanite. I'm not going to do Evil now because I have 4 Estus. I have 4 Estus and I'm not in a rush. Actually, because I'm going to level up anyway, I'm just going to do some of the errands such as leveling up and and give the thingy the thing, the umbral ash. Oh, I have a lot of umbral ashes. Okay, now I level up.
Then I am of doubt. Very then take. Mayst thou thy
And I want the Drake Blood armor, so I need to go to Osiris. Where is it? Osiris. I just realized I have the Priestess ring, but no reason to wield it. Output strength. I don't remember if he has. I don't think he has the hatchet. I think it's the dagger one. Yeah, it's the dagger one. Can the dagger one drop its dagger actually? I don't even know. I am curious though on how the fuck did Osiris manage to get all of these dudes. Okay, so that's done. Now I can go back to Archdragon Peak. The question is, do I give myself a cap? Do I give myself a cap in levels? And I spend the rest of the things on upgrading stuff to the fullest extent? Because right now I am level 114, I'm close to the meta level 125. And I figured it would be a good level to start. The mendicant staff. Okay, I can get large Titanite, I can get good stuff. I really like how the fire looked on this attack. It kind of has a cartoony vibe, which is kind of funny. Did I get both? Nice. I'm gonna be able to get so many level 6 weapons. Honestly, I'm kind of curious to know. How much do I have already? Like I have 52 large titanite shards and 52 titanite chunks and 70 titanite shards. Baller. I'll kill them for the chance of having a titanite scale. I think they can also drop trinklings, if I'm not mistaken. But they can also drop nothing. Okay. Like, I'm trying to remember if the... Like, I believe there's only 2 mendicants. Wait, I one-shot them with an unshot heavy attack, or did I counter thrust both of them? Okay, I got the Man Serpent archers. Honestly, it kinda bothers me that I already got it. Because I wanted to have more Titanite chunks. But I'll be farming Titanite chunks, don't worry. I will have those Titanite chunks. Definitely. How much do I need to level up? 82,000. And yes, I will keep doing that noise constantly. I will remove this. Oh, the Drakeblood helm is that heavy? Interesting. So would I need something against Havel? I guess steel protection 3. Can I put the grass crest shield? I can. Can I remove the torch? I am now remembering the fact that I have a refined mail breaker that I've absolutely never used. Okay, I lost 5 damage from removing the strength ring. That's honestly one of the cleanest Abel fight I've ever done. Oh, and there was a Titanite slab, I forgot. Like, I remember there's like some stuff down here, but I did not remember that there was a Titanite slab. Okay, so I only got the Mendicant Staff to farm before I do Nameless King. Honestly, for Nameless King, I'm definitely going to try what I did initially, which is I'm definitely trying to do a Know-It run, a RTSR run. Which reminds me that I actually need to attune a different spell and equip Pyromancy. Not for immediate use, but for soon to be immediate use. Oh yeah, right, they made it a faith weapon. That's why I've never used it. Because I believe in Dark Souls 2, the Saint Biden has nothing in particular outside of the fact that it was the longest range spear, I believe. I think that's what it was. I don't even know why I would need the Mendicant Staff, especially since in NG+ I'll have 2 Shields of Warmth. But I guess the answer is so I don't have to wait for NG+ to have 2 rune boosting items. Casually getting Udex Grenadier amount of souls in like in like 1 hit. It takes me what? Let me count. It takes me 10 seconds from the bonfire. Really, the more I think about it, I'm more like, why am I farming the Mendicant Staff? At the very least, it's easy. You know what? This is actually a very good thing to try, because I'm curious to see how fast does my health drop if I put both of these. Because unlike SL1, I don't have an easy setup to have oops, I forgot the thing. I don't have an easy setup to get in RTSR range. Which was genuinely part of the fun. Part of the fun was finding RTSR setups. Like equipping exact items and equipping the exact items that you need and enriching and using one specific attack from a specific enemy. Like here, for example, the strat was no armor and you would tank a fireball. Or... okay, I got the Mendicant Staff. Okay. You tank a fireball from that dude over here, and it would put you into RTSR range. So I will go back to Fireling Shrine now. And let's see the list. So Drakeblood set acquired, Dragon Tooth acquired, Drakeblood Greatsword, Man Serpent Hatchet, and Mendicant Staff acquired, Fellow Saber acquired. So the only item I need to pick off the ground on my list is the Murky Hand Scythe.
Ashta, then I am of thou. Very then hey. Mayst thou thy
Honestly, I'm gonna prepare. I will remove this thing. I don't need it right now. I am going to prepare the weapon that's going to do Nameless King. I think I know of a fitting one. It's not going to be the Wing Knight Twin Axis because I've already done that. But I think it's going to be the Millwood Battle Axe or one of the smaller axes. Maybe not the Hand Axe. Actually, let's sort by weights and see. Let's see what's the first weapon that would fit a strength build that could realistically be added as a weapon. Wow, it has absolutely dog shit scaling. That's insane. Two. Because the setup would be. You know what? Let's not start farming. Let's set ourselves up for Nameless King. So, first and foremost, there will be a weight penalty of 4, so I won't be able to maximize the damage because I need the Moirion Blade for the RTSR damage. Then I need to have the actual rings equipped, so the RTSR, Flynn's ring. Don't tell me I've never acquired Flynn's ring. No, I have the Chloranthy ring, so I must have the Flynn's ring. Where is Flynn's ring? There you go. And after that, what were the rings? Oh, you know what I could get? Wait, but I don't think it works. But I could get the Calamity ring. Because the Calamity ring would make it easier to reach lower weights. Because otherwise, what would I need for a ring? Not that many damage ring. I guess the Ornate ring would technically be useful. And so does the Knight's ring, or the thing is, it's based on total weight, so I would be losing weights. I'll put Leo ring and I'll see what weapon I pick. The Corvin Great Knife was actually something I wanted to use at some point, but I never got around to using it. The club? Why not? The Bob Straight Sword, I think he can be bled. The Brigand Axe seems rather light. But what is he actual strength weapon that's still light. Battle axe is... Well, I guess the brigand axe is actually what could fit. We are at 4.5. We reach mace. No, I don't think I want to go towards the mace. I could go for heavy brigand's twin dagger because I've already tried it once. Or I could go for the ARP. Wait, do I have access to patches? I do, right? I think... Did I purchase it? I don't remember if I purchased something from patches. I don't remember if I... like, I don't have a pairing dagger. I don't know if I purchased the showtail.
Oh.
I most certainly did not. And the winged spear too.
Thanks.
Okay, because the showtail is one of those weapons you don't think about, but it's a very light weapon. But actually, like, it's stronger than the scimitar for the same weight. Honestly, I could limit the weight to 3. And if I limit the weight to 3, then it would be the Bob Straight Sword, which was a weapon I wanted to use in my SL1 run, but I never got around to using it.
Oh, that crest piece changed. Great. What would you have?
Or I could not go for flames and instead just go for the RTSR and use any weapon I feel like using. That is also an option. But you know what? I feel like I'm still going to use what I plan to use. Like, you don't see the Bob Straight Sword that much anyway. So I would lose 6 more damage, but I would get way more than 6. So it's actually a refined weapon, even at those stats. Well, that's convenient.
Be careful, I go.
That's convenient because... Okay, so because I've chosen this, I don't need that. Oh, I know what I need. I completely forgot about the Pontifex Eye. So let me see what kind of damage... I have the LTSR? I have LTSR. Oh yeah, because... Do I turn goat? Actually no, I'm not gonna goat. So let me see what kind of damage they do, since I have no armor. Well, that's a setup, alright. No need for power within or anything else really. If only I could just If only I could kill them, but I couldn't. Okay, but I need consistency. So I'm gonna get the Calamity Ring. I can't believe I'm in a situation where the Calamity Ring is actually useful. I'll just need to kill the Mendicant. Right, I forgot. I forgot that light attack chains in Dark Souls 3. So if you get hit by one light attack, you get hit by the second one. Not by the third though, because they change. But after two, it's no longer plus, so you can roll out of it. Oh, nearly. Okay, so now I can get the ring without being murdered on sight. Okay, I got the Calamity Ring. The only sad part is that Calamity Ring does not affect self-heal damage, negative healing. So basically the damage you take from all that stuff. Okay, so let's see how much damage does the Mendicant here do. The Mendicant does very little damage. I will try getting closer, so seeing if it will summon or not. I need the one attack setup. Problem is that if I put myself here, it doesn't aggro. That said, because I'm actually bulky enough to tank attacks, I could just kill this dude, lure the other one, and check the damage. Okay, now let's see with the Calamity Ring. Where is it? Okay, perfect. That's the step I need. Perfect. And I won't even be using power within. Apologies. I need to. My nose was getting stuffed. I will change that to the Hornet Ring. If the Hornet Ring feels really useless, I'll go for the Cruent. I just remembered something anyway, so it's not like it matters. I forgot to get the grease. Let me see. Shit, I don't have lightning grease. Okay, so I'll do my purchases and then I'll go back here. Because I got the Zenfurst ashes, but I never thought about buying back the thing I lost.
Ah.
So let me get items first and then work on that later. Okay, with this amount I should be able to have a decent amount of stuff. How many duck I have? I have 18. Should be probably good enough for both, honestly. Okay, so now I actually have a setup for RTSR. I also need to think about blocking. I guess I got counter hit earlier. But now I do realize that it's... Oh shit, I forgot that you can actually get your souls back every time. What was that? I mean, Again, the attempt doesn't matter because I'm fucking dumb. It doesn't matter because I forgot to equip the fucking resin. There you go, now it's better. Okay, that's 3 attacks from him. Okay, I think earlier it was just that I forgot that I tanked the dagger attack and I wasn't full health. I'm such a fucking idiot. Because in Night Rain it's faster. Because everything is faster in Night Rain, but this is slow. And I had no reason to do that because I could have just walked back. If I walked back, I would have known how fast the thing would go because it's not a projectile. Honestly, I realized how low my stamina bar actually is. I think genuinely, there's a part of me that wants to equip the the prisoner's chain just for the sake of having more stamina because I really don't have that much stamina. Like I'm expecting the damage difference not mattering for the RTSR. Oh my god, I forgot. Okay. I should be fine. Yeah, I think it should be fine. Yeah, it's fine. You need to either run really far away or roll below him. I didn't either. Because you can't roll into the attack, it lingers. I somehow managed to icon that. Oh my god. I late roll for no reason. Shit, I lost 10,000 souls. I'm not sure, but I believe that this animation, this, actually has instability frames. And as such, gets to be foggy. Really don't know when you're supposed to roll that. Like, earlier I got it so late, but I do remember some situation where I got it very early. You know what? That will do. What? Really? That was an early roll that I've done? I did not see that. Damn it. Yeah, that kind of movement is much better. Oh, by the way, the mysterious AI account that talked to me last stream, the account no longer exists. I just remember because I just got a box. You can't tell distance, dude. Can't tell. Honestly, part of me realizes that the straight sword is kind of a boring weapon. But honestly, I think I will give up the weights and just use a heavier weapon. Just use a heavier, more fun weapon. Yeah, you know what? I haven't had the opportunity to use the butcher knife in my SL1 playthrough, so I'll use that. It's still reasonably light, so it's not too bad. Also, it cannot be infused, so it does solve some problem that I initially had. So I'll get it to +9, and then I'll do it with that. Oh shit! But then I just remembered something. You actually heal with this weapon. Of course, there's like no situation where that would be ever relevant except this one. You got to be kidding me. I'm hoping with 5,000 it's enough.
That is, wasn't he?
Because otherwise, what's the next light weapon I would have? I would have the Dragon Slayer axe. I would have the large club. Meal with battle axe. Okay, I didn't know how much it would cost me, but it was more than I initially thought.
That is, wasn't he? Pretty like that.
Honestly, if I accidentally heal over the threshold, I'm just so fucking pissed. Alright, time will tell whether it's actually mattering or not. Oh my god. Honestly, what I think I'll be doing is that I'll try to use power within to get back below. The problem is that I don't know if because I'm trying to think about it. Power within. Power within consumes, I believe, like I believe it lasts 20 seconds, so it would use 20% of my health HP. I'm not sure. I'll die and try and see what happens. Also, my tinnitus is flaring back up, so this is uncomfortable. Oh my god. I don't know why I didn't roll. I think I did not lift my thumb, so I think I started the round by accident. Ah, that's annoying. That's annoying because I don't really know if it's safe or not. There is probably definitely a tell or a pattern, but I just don't have it in my mind. At some point I'll just stop naturally making the bet and I'll... That's the RTSR setup if I've seen one. With this, I am certain that I'm not going to lose RTSR to the passive on the butcher knife. That's such a good setup, it's a Phelan heroic setup, that's how good it is. That was very weird. He took so much damage, but didn't get finished. I guess I was hitting the neck at some point. Honestly, I haven't tried setting RTSR on Nameless King himself. Like if I could guarantee a specific attack to come, then maybe. Well, this does not one-shot me, so that's good. Oh my god! I need to do one attack unless I'm certain that I'm behind him. That's what I need to do. Okay, so if I bait the big lightning attack, then I can set up RTSR on that. And it's like fairly reasonable to get it, so I'm not too worried. Okay, and that's too much damage. Okay. But at the very least I'm wasting less time to get to a tent and I have no risk of losing my souls. Not enough. How much does a fire breath do? Not enough. Ah, I knew it. Ideally I'd get the lightning slam. Okay, perfect. There you go. And I did not get out of RTSR. Okay, so that's Nameless King done. Really, like, once I've stopped gridding for 2 attacks, honestly, like, you saw, if you took if you paid attention, you saw that I went for light attacks after a double swing, even though I thought it wasn't safe. I think it's in fact safe, but you need to attack as soon as you stop rolling. But not do a roll attack, because the roll attack is slow. No, you do this. Nope. Roll, micro walk, attack. That's how you do it. Okay, so I'm done with this area. Let's go back to the final shrine. And now for the fun part. The fun part of the stream where
I am of doubt. Very then take. Mayst thou thy.
okay, I will do RTSR again, but I don't think I'll do Flynn Ring setup again. Because I want to use heavier weapons with RTSR. Honestly, I think I'll do RTSR again with Medir. Because that seems like something fun to do. I will re-equip the farming setup. And you know what? Let's equip something different. Let's equip the Drake Blood set. Because it's a baller set. Here we need the Crystal Sage Rapier. I ended up not using the Shotel. But if you didn't know, the Shotel is the lightest, I believe. Yeah. Oh, you know, right, with the Scimitar. But it's like the strongest of the light Scimitar, or of the light curved swords. I believe it's 4 for the... No. It can't be here. Where is the Crystal Sage Rapier? It should be... is it around here? It's here. It's 2.5. Okay. Okay, so now to the Drake Heap. And I will not, and I swear upon that, I will not progress through through the DLC until I get all of the weapons I'm looking for. Did I want to go here exactly in the Drake Heap? Yes, because I want the Murky and Scythe. After that, I actually have something to try after that. Dude, this armor looks so fucking sick. If I were in a fantasy world, I would definitely be a dragon worshipper. Like, actually, I don't write, but I like to make fantasy world in my head when, you know, I'm trying to fall asleep or something like that. And I always try to think about making a new world, and the thing I thought about was the idea of a character who is in a cult, but as it is not a cultist because he cannot seem to be worshipping, but he's in the cult as like emotional support, like you know, it would be for different reasons, like, let me think of it, while I'm getting chased by the entire world. Could be like, it cannot, the character cannot have a link with the said god, but it can have a link with its worshippers who can see the god or can perceive the god, and I have thought of that for dragon cults, where basically the idea is someone, like, the dragons exist and actually interact with the humans, but they absolutely hate the humans. And honestly, most of the humans sort themselves out, because when they're starting to worship the dragons, they... I wouldn't say they forget to breathe, but they would sit and worship and forget to care about themselves. And there's one dude who saw the dragons, who was in the far back. He was in the far back. I was really thinking it was a Flamberge. He's in the far back, so the dragons killed some humans. And he's like, you know what, I love the dragons, but I'm too much of a coward to become a dragon, because that's always some bullshit of people becoming dragons. And dragons not wanting people to become dragons, and also dragons thinking it's stupid to be willing to become a dragon. Something like that. It's always something along those lines. Not, but like, I'm also like a very poor writer, so obviously my ideas are always going to be kind of limited, and also because I'm not actually a writer. So I did write some stuff, but nothing particularly impressive. Like, I've shown it once to one of my friends, and he was like, "This is, you need a girlfriend," because like there was clearly like a bias of a unassuming character that somehow got a unbelievably powerful ally that would become their love interests. And yes, it was totally that. I just tried to not make cringe. I tried to not make it cringe, but yeah, like, if you think about it for a sec, it's kind of cringe. Honestly, I am curious to see what can you access if you go from the other bonfire. Also, one of those stories, or I'm gonna say it's like, it's not a word per se, because like, I have a general idea of a world. It's a world that's an infinite plane that's located within uh, it's an infinite plane that is located within a sphere. And it's an infinite plane that's so big that every universe can happen at the same time, because it's that big. So that's where I put all of my stories in. So all of my stories are linked one way or another. That's how I can justify having stuff coming back from one story to the other. Uh, like, I do realize that it is not faster. I was thinking that maybe there was like a shortcut I could take where I would run over here, but probably not. But anyway, in one such story, there's the idea of a dragon maids, where you've got a bunch of petty kings trying to get dragon maids, and the way that they all try to go get a dragon maid is convincing a dragon to become a humanoid, which the dragon of course are pissed because like what the fuck guys. And there's the idea of one king who's like lesser than the others. Like it's just a slightly smaller kingdom, but that also has the logic behind his head that this is probably a bad idea to get. First of all, it's probably a bad idea to get dragon maids, and second of all, it's probably a bad idea to try to convince dragons to do so. So what he does instead is convince a dragon to transform his regular maid into dragons. Or dragon king. But arguing full well with the dragon that it's a terrible idea to begin with. Yeah, I think if I want to rush to the swamp, that's just better to go through here. Because you already reached that point. Because you go... Like, the thing that's annoying is that you can't go above these specific roofs. I can't believe I nearly skipped that. That would have been pointless for what I'm trying to do, but I can't believe I nearly done that. So yeah, that's one of the... I'm not gonna call shit. I'm just going to call them low quality me being bored kind of story that I think about in my bed. Because I'm someone that has a really hard time falling asleep. I take a long time. I need that stuff to keep me busy while my body drifts off to sleep. Can take quite a while, honestly. It's not always fantasy, but I do like monster girls, so you know. I feel like the hyper armor is super early on this track. Yeah, you definitely can't walk over there. There's not even the slightest glimpse of hope. What? I took damage? Did Gale lie to me? I somehow landed on this spot, which is the ash, but if you walk on it and you hear, it's actually the roof. I fucking hate this game. Also, I do realize that it's actually not that fast because I am underestimating how fucking long it takes me to reach the throws. And like, yeah, I do 2 throws at a time, but also that takes a lot of time. But it just sucks that there's just no easy way to find the Flamberge. It's just going to be tedious no matter which way you are going to try. And the worst part is I don't even know if these specific rolls can drop the Glamberge. In theory, I don't see why they wouldn't, but also it wouldn't be entirely unreasonable to think that, oh, maybe it's only the base game that can actually drop. It might only be the base game trolls that can actually drop the Flamberge for whatever reason. But I guess not so, because they can still drop Thrall Hood. Like the worst part is, I'm looking for the Flamberge, but I'm also farming for the Thrall Axe at the same time, and I got neither. At least I'm getting Titanite chunks and a sizable amount of runes, of souls. Also, something I really like is just fucking around with some usual stuff that I see in like mangas and I'll be honest, hentais. Or even like short story written on you know, Twitter or something like that. Well, written, drawn, because I'm not really a reader. I'll go to different places to get the thing. I'll try Cathedral of the Deep. I think I'll do loops everywhere until I start to get something I'm actually looking towards. I guess I should really focus on farming the Flamberge, because there's an easy way to farm a lot of thralls. So it's quite actually, now that I think about it, getting the thrall axe is actually quite easy. It's just the Flamberge that's going to suck. thing that's annoying is that there's not really a path that allows you to get both in a reasonable amount of time. Because, like, yeah, you can go from here. You start here. You rush. You ignore everything. Honestly, getting to that thrall is not even that low. Oh, fucking thank God! It's done! I finally have my fucking Flamberge! You better believe I'm gonna use that shit on Gale. Fucking finally, I got my Flamberge. Okay, so now the Thrall Axe. The Thrall Axe is going to be easier to get because there's way more way more thralls that uses an axe. Which honestly is surprising because given the amount of axe thrall I've killed, I am quite surprised that I have not gotten white one yet. It's even more concerning than the Flamberge one. But at least I know where you can get a bunch of them, so you know, it's not nearly as bad. That was a skill shot, if you like. You can't tell me this was not a skill shot, what I just did. Getting the back of the running attack to kill the thrall that was behind me is something. Was it a bad idea? I wasn't sure if you could survive the full or not. Guess I got my answer. Just realized I forgot that was rolled. They don't drop their weapon, fine, but they are not dropping anything. That's kind of wild. You could at least drop me something useless, you know. I'll check something. What's the highest point? The highest point seems to be here, so if I do this... Okay. Not really useful now, but guess I got it now. Oh, dogs here, not crawls. I could have sworn there was a thrall accompanying these enemies around here. But I guess they aren't. So yeah, I'll do one last loop and I'll probably end the stream here. I got the fucking Flamberge, so you know. And like the thrall is way lower. The thrall axe is way lower in my priority lists. Yeah, forgot that there were thralls in here. And I got it. So I'm only down to one last weapon, which is the tailbone spear. And who knows how I'll get this weapon. Because as far as I know, there's like 2 of them in the entire game. Because I got the motivation boost of getting both the Flamberge and the Thrall Axe, I'm gonna do a couple of runs for the Tailbone Short Spear. At the very least, this stream was not fruitless because I still did Nameless King. I just realized that the Wretch have a similar idea to their existence as the Dragonkin soldiers. Which isn't surprising because every FromSoft game is rehashing ideas in different shapes. Even when you go from a base game to a DLC, like redesigning the Pod Boys, the Jar Warriors. Between base game and Shadow of the Earth 3. Or here, you have the Wretched, who tried to become dragon. There's actually a lot of things about... Honestly, it's kind of funny that I mentioned that in a place that did not have this specific thing. Because here it clearly shows the idea of people wanting to become dragon and how it's not worth, and that ironically dragons are becoming humans. Which also happens in Elden Ring. Can I drop down here? No. Okay, I'm really falling asleep now. That's the last loop. Okay, this is the last loop. Honestly, because the Flamberge was so daunting, I am absolutely okay with myself if I give myself the weapon instead. What sword? No, Pale Wrist. Alright, last one. Better make it count. Have I done the entire list? Flamberge, Frolax, Tailwound, Spear, Murky Hand, Scythe. I got the entire list. That means that tomorrow, in tomorrow's stream, something I ever thought I would be doing is going to happen. I'll actually make progress through the fucking game. I'll actually finish NG and start NG+. So, unless one of my friends bothers me tomorrow, I think tomorrow I'll be doing every boss that I have left. So, Gravetender. I'm not gonna do Gravetender each cycle, I just want to do the first because of Valor Heart. So I'll do Gravetender, I'll do and I'll do Ranked City. So Flight, Mid-Year, and yeah. Ideally, when I stream tomorrow, I'm finished with the game, and I'll start NG+. But anyway, that's the end of the stream. Thanks for watching.